Hi there and welcome. Nic Watson here. Today I wanted to share a little bit of wisdom around being in some kind of transformation. There's a catalyst and then there's a middle place where the transformation is happening, but you're not at the end point yet. And then there's a place where you get to the end point and everything has changed. In my experience of going through my breast cancer journey, I have been in a transformational place with my hair. And you may have seen the video I completed around the spiritual significance of hair and hair loss. So my hair is starting to grow back in. It's been about 3 months since chemotherapy, and it's at the point where it's really not fluff anymore. It's really hair, and I can really pull my fingers through it. And it's been quite remarkable to watch this process happen. From an Ayurvedic perspective, the growth of hair is really significant. And I want to explain a little bit about how the body moves food from being just food outside of ourselves into creating a body with it. This is a topic that really fascinates me, and I feel that if people really got this idea, they might be a little bit more conscious about the kind of foods they eat, how much they eat, and how they actually approach the food that they are eating. So when we eat food, it becomes our body. In yoga, we talk about the annamaya kosha, the food body. And the way that the nourishment is taken from the food is quite specific. There's not just a random, food just goes everywhere as nourishment, but there's actually a 7-layered cascade of nourishment into the body tissue. Those layers of tissue that get fed by the food are called the dhatus, and there's 7 of them according to Ayurveda. So the first dhatu that is nourished is the dhatu of plasma. After that has been filled up, the next would be blood. After that's filled up, the next is muscle. After that, fat, and then bones, and then bone marrow, and then reproductive tissue. And if we're eating very whole foods, there's enough nourishment to go through all 7 layers of dhatu. However, if we're eating things that are processed or not eating enough food, then you can see how we might end up with our first layers being met, but then layers such as bones and reproductive tissue not getting the full nourishment. Now, what I know as well is that hair is a subsection, a sub-dhatu of bone health. So once the bones have been filled with enough nourishment, calcium and so on, then the body will start to create hair. And it's not just hair, it's actually skin and nails. So when I see my hair growing, what it means is that the 7 layers are being completed. My reproductive organs are not demanding, because I'm in my 50s, not demanding any more nourishment. So the last kind of stop for me is bone marrow. If my hair's growing, it means the 7 layers are being nourished well and there's enough left over to create hair. We talk about people's hair being healthy as a symbol of their overall health. We talk about nails and skin looking good, meaning someone's healthy. But I wanted to just share this kind of behind the scenes why and how the hair, skin and nail health is so indicative of full body health. Now, not only am I happy because there's a significant boost in my health, especially having been in really quite a depleted place after chemotherapy and surgery, but beyond that, there's also this shift energetically that I'm moving out of something that was negative. I was speaking yesterday and a friend of mine was telling me a story about a friend of hers who'd gone through chemotherapy, and that would have been seen as the negative thing, and everyone wanted to share pity with this person and really sympathize with the negative experience that she'd had to go through. And as her hair started to grow in, she said, this is the best time of my life. I have the Sinead O'Connor haircut and I wanted this all my life. My mom would never let me shave my head and I so wanted it when I was young, and I'm so happy with it now. And she found, after her hair grew back in, that not only did she love it coming back in, she wanted to keep it like that. So in the process of the negativity of being stripped away through chemotherapy, she found her own identity. And it was the identity that had been inside her since she was a teenager, waiting to come out. And so there was a negative, positive, holistic story there. For me, I don't know where my new hair is going. It is definitely a different texture than my previous hair. It is a different color than my previous hair. And interestingly enough, my part line used to be kind of in the center and now it's coming into the side. It's a little weird and exciting, and I'm ready for this new identity that is being given to me through the cancer journey. I relate so much with people who are doing their own self-development work, their personal development work. There is this place when you've been in a transformation, whether it's a chosen transformation pattern or it's been something that life has given you as a transformation. This place where you've been somewhere, you've left that place, there's no going back, there's no way that my hair can go back to the hair that I had. There's no way that I can go back to the life that I had pre-cancer, not knowing about it. But you're not at the next stage. I think this is the place that we need support, we need help, we need someone to kind of hold us as we're crossing over that bridge, because it can feel a little gnarly, it can feel a little weird. You're not really sure what to do with my hair. It's not there yet, but it's definitely not there. So I can relate to all of those people who are looking for help, looking for support. It's what I do with others and I seek in my own journey. So I invite you to stay in touch through my newsletter. If you are going through some kind of big transformation, you're in that place where it feels liminal and unsure and you're looking for support, then I encourage you to stay in touch. I do support people one-on-one with their transformational process. And I also run group programs. The next one I'll be running will be in fall, and you can find out more details by clicking on the links below, being on my email list, and being ahead of the game before I open the doors for that in fall. Thank you for listening. Wishing you many blessings. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat. That today, Hari Om, Tat Sat. Namaste.